All right, let's just get right into it. If your cardio sucks, we're gonna fix it and we're gonna do it fast. If you've ever felt that awful, soul-crushing moment of gassing out in the ring or on the bag, then you need to listen up.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're in the zone, everything's flowing, and then bam! It's like someone just pulls the plug. Your arms feel like they're filled with lead, your feet are stuck in cement, and your lungs are absolutely screaming for air. It's the worst feeling, and it just crushes your performance.
Now, I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times. Just box more, get more rounds in. And look, that's not exactly bad advice, but it's only one part of the puzzle. If you want that truly elite, never gonna get tired cardio, you've got to train smarter, not just harder.
I want you to think about your cardio system like it's a high-performance car. And the very first thing any great car needs is a massive, super reliable engine. This is the foundation for everything else.
So what is this engine? Well, we call it your aerobic base. Forget about all-out sprints for just a minute. We're talking about that steady, consistent work, the kind you can keep up for a long, long time. This isn't about getting breathless. It's about building a huge capacity to just work. So why is this so critical? Well, a big, powerful engine means you can go longer and harder before you even think about getting tired. It means you recover way faster between rounds. You'll see that heart rate drop in no time. And it raises your entire fitness floor, making literally everything else you do in the gym feel that much easier.
And there's some cool science behind this. See, when you're working at a lower intensity, your body is super efficient. It's mainly using fat and oxygen for fuel, which is a source that's almost endless. But when you go into beast mode, it switches to burning carbs. That's like hitting the nitrous. It's super powerful, but you burn through it fast. Building your engine makes you way more efficient at using that long-lasting fuel.
So, how do we actually do it? It's really simple. This is your classic road work, a light jog where you could still have a conversation. Or maybe you prefer cycling or even swimming. The key is just 45 to 60 minutes of that steady effort, maybe 1 to 3 times a week. That's how you build that unstoppable foundation.
Okay, so the engine is built. It's big, it's strong, it's reliable. But let's be real, a fight is not a steady jog, is it? It's total chaos, it's explosive bursts of action, then quick moments to recover. For that, you're gonna need some gears. This is where we train for what a real fight feels like. You throw a lightning-fast combo, you move, you catch a quick breath, and you explode again. This takes a totally different system. We're talking about interval training. It's how we build those high-performance, explosive gears to put on top of that big engine.
All right, here's a workout for you. It's absolutely brutal, but man, it is effective. Your first part is the work period, 2 minutes. And I don't mean a casual pace. I mean you are pushing at the absolute maximum speed you think you can hold for that full 2 minutes. After those 2 minutes of pure effort, you get a 1-minute break. But here's the catch. It's an active recovery. You don't just stop. You walk, you slowly jog, you keep moving to bring that heart rate down gradually. And you're gonna repeat that whole cycle 4 times. Now listen, that's only 8 minutes of hard work, but I promise you, it might be the longest 8 minutes of your week. This is all about mental toughness. You cannot quit when it starts to burn. Here's the most important rule. Your goal is to completely empty the tank on each 2-minute push. Don't try to save energy for the next round. You should end every single sprint feeling completely gassed, using that 1 minute of recovery just to get back to a state where you can go again. Need something a little simpler? A little more old school? Try this out. Find a street with lampposts. You sprint. I mean a 100% all out, leave it all on the road sprint to the first one. Then you jog nice and slow to the next lamppost to recover. Then you repeat, sprint, jog, jog. It's a classic for a reason. It works. So what's the big reward for all this pain? Well, it skyrockets your VO2 max. Now, that's just a fancy term for how much oxygen your body can effectively use when you're going all out. The higher your VO2 max, the higher your performance ceiling. It's a total game changer. So we've got the engine, we've got the gears. Now, how in the world do we put it all together into a weekly plan that actually makes sense and gets results? Let's map it out. Here's a sample week for someone who wants to be in phenomenal shape, even if you're not in a fight camp. Look at the balance here. You've got your main boxing sessions for skill work. Then, you plug in 2 of those high-intensity gear sessions and 1 of those long, steady engine sessions. This structure builds every part of your cardio without just running you into the ground. Okay, you've built the engine. You've installed the high-performance gears. You've even got a weekly plan. But there is one more secret, a true multiplier that almost everyone completely misses. Now, I really want you to pay attention here, because this is huge. The biggest thing draining your gas tank might have nothing to do with your conditioning. The ultimate cardio hack, the secret that changes everything, is your footwork. Seriously, just think about it. Every time you take a clumsy, heavy, inefficient step, you're just wasting massive amounts of energy. But when your footwork is clean, crisp, and balanced, you're conserving energy with every single move. You are literally improving your cardio without ever going for a run. It makes you faster, more powerful, better defensively. Good footwork makes your entire game better. So I'm gonna leave you with this question to think about. You can do all the running and all the sprints in the world, and you should. But if your own inefficient movement is constantly working against you, are you really fixing the root of the problem? Build the engine, install the gears, but never ever forget to master the machine itself.